I've got this crazy growth strategy that might be interesting to you if you're in the B2B space, if you're targeting founders, CEOs, but frankly, it can be done for any type of title, CMOs or CROs. It is, and watch that. It is crazier than my podcast approach. Crazy in a good way. Crazy smart. You email a bunch of CEOs with a link to this here. So it's like a Tools of Titans like slash type of book, but super optimized, right? So you email them and you ask them to give an answer to these 10 questions, by the way, which were produced by ChatGPT. And quick parenthesis, like people that are dominating business nowadays, they are not just using GPT, they're using the genius of humans, right? Like some humans, they're 9.9 on 10 brains, while GPT is at most like 8.5, right? So it's leveraging this genius and using GPT to optimize the operations and be energy efficient. So you ask them to answer these 10 questions. This Google form here is linked to a Google Sheet, right, which looks like this. And then you feed that to an AI, BookWriteGPT, my company with my partner, Matt Pag. It's free right now, so like hurry up because we're gonna charge somewhere around 150 bucks per book. Early birds will get a bunch of advantages. So you upload your book in there, right? To press new book, you upload the file. In my case, it's a CSV, right? You press continue and press upload. And mine was called 10 questions, right? 10 questions. 10 question. So yeah, it's somewhere here, 10 questions. Any file, you open it and you wait. When you wait, it'll look something like this. And you'll get a book. The book will look like this. It's a TXT file, right? But I uploaded it onto a Google Docs. And this thing just created a full book for you. But guess what? And it came to me as a surprise, not necessarily the book that I wanted. It's like I wanted a Tim Ferriss Tools of Titans type of book, but it gave me 5 a.m. Club type of book. So for those of you 5 a.m. Club, Robin Sharma, it's one of my favorite books, not necessarily because it's life-changing content, but because it's great storytelling. It's integrating education and principles into storytelling, which is how humans learn, right? Um, School is a proof that just if you try to put information in a human's brain, they won't retain it. You need to tell a story and you need to leverage emotions for people to understand and retain the message, right? So what it did, it wrote a full book using these CEO's responses, like just like that. And I didn't finish telling you about the genius of that approach. The genius of that approach is that you're using these 15 CEOs, for example, and by the way, I can scale that approach. This was just a test, right? I can get hundreds, thousands of CEOs to fill out these books, right? You leverage them to promote that book, right? That's the genius of it. So imagine like 15 CEOs with a network of, I don't know, 2 to 5K followers each on LinkedIn. So these books can get popular real quick. You can also tell them to favor this book on their LinkedIn so that when people land on the landing page, they can see the book directly. And guess what? The book you brand it with your company, right? So my case would be BookWriteGPT.com, for example, right? And then people, when they read this book, they can click on BookWrite and I can get more sales from that. So you're leveraging people's knowledge and networks to bring back the attention to your company and to generate more sales. I think this is genius. Plus, you're increasing your network. You're learning from them. I'm gonna read that book. I mean, this is a page turner. Seriously, I didn't expect that. My partner is kind of a genius. Um, and yeah, I'm straight up gonna read that in my bed. So 32 pages. It encompasses lessons from these CEOs and tells a nice story, right? So really eager for you guys to try this out and to leverage one of probably the best and biggest strategy in marketing. A bunch of people have attempted that, by the way, in the last year, just that they didn't target people the way that I did with outreach, right? And they didn't filter the list. I'm targeting prominent CEOs in that list. So the quality of people they got to answer the questions wasn't really good. And as a matter of fact, most of these people, one, did not have any good content share, which makes the book boring, right? And two, these people didn't have the network. So my outreach strategy removes these dangers. And also, their book was kind of boring, was like one page per entrepreneur. And what if an entrepreneur is not good at writing? What if an entrepreneur is messing up the whole flow of the book, right? And is sort of a loser. Well, GPT sort of at BookWriteGPT sort of de-risks that full operation. It will write a full book for you, keeping your audience focus on the book and create page turners like that one. Obviously, you'll need to review the results here. For example, here it was an hallucination. Well, it's not an hallucination. I understand why it wrote that, but this is good to be published on Kindle, right? So I want to hear your thought on that strategy. It's quite exceptional. I hope that you guys can learn from that and potentially use it, put it to the test.